What's up, guys? My name is Ted DarkClaw, and with me, as always, is the adorable Blacknight, and we are the co-owners of helladopetoys.com, and this show is Hella Dope. Aaron, how the hell are you doing?
I am good, man. Hold on. I have the thing playing in my head again. Sorry. I'm doing good, man.
I can't get through a single fucking intro with this guy.
Hey, I have a thing here, okay? Either my mute button's on or like I'm hearing things in my headset that I don't want to hear, okay? So screw you.
Heard that. Anyway, so how the hell are you doing?
I am good, man. We had a good dinner. I got my beverage of choice. I'm good. Yeah.
Perfect. So tonight is a really important show to us, man. A really big fucking deal around here. Do you have any comments you want to give about the show?
Yeah, there's 23 people here already. What's up with that?
I know, that's fucking weird, right? So I'm gonna rant just a little bit. We compete against Geek Dad Life, so the fact that anybody is here right now is a big deal for us, because normally they just trickle in around 10:15 whenever that show ends. And yeah, so the fact that there's humans here now is insane. So we appreciate
they're not here for us. They're here for our guests. You know the drill.
I know the drill. I know the drill. So I do have a couple of housekeeping things to get through before we actually bring in our guests. One, chat will be limited tonight, mainly because all y'all are crazy as fuck. And we love you all and we see you all. However, for the sake of time, we are going to take specific questions based off of, what we're talking about. And while we love to address all of you, I 100% see every single thing that you guys are saying. We appreciate all of you being here. So please do not feel like you are not being heard or seen. We are going to put up as much as we can and take as many chat breaks as we can. Again, just it's a time issue. Two, if you placed an order with us between Saturday afternoon and today, those orders are going out tomorrow. I'm sorry I have not shipped created your label yet, but honestly, it doesn't matter. It's still going to go out at the same time, whether I made the label yesterday or I make the label at tomorrow. But everything is going to go out as it should tomorrow morning in a proper time. And you should all receive those things between Wednesday and Friday, depending on where the hell you live. Third, zombie boglins have landed. I got like 20 freaking cases of little monster puppets chilling in my house. So if you got a pre-order for those are going out very soon. And if you don't have a pre-order for those, go to helladopetoys.com right now and buy a weird, creepy, glow-in-the-dark zombie puppet, because it's awesome.
Yeah, what he just said. Where's mine at?
Where's
my shipping label at, asshole?
A huge box of stuff to give to you. Well, you already have your bone collector. I do have your Carrick, though. I do need to give you your Carrick. And amongst other things, I have a big box for you. Ooh. Any other side notes before we begin?
No, let's get the show going, man.
Cool. So I need to riff before I bring in my guests, because they are trapped in a little box and there's nothing they can do about it. So when people ask us about our toy business and say, hey, what was the turning point for you guys? There are two specific answers. And one of those is the support of the 3POA podcast. When we were starting, we shipped a bunch of stuff out to a lot of big channels in hopes to get our names out there. And some of them said our names and some of them didn't. Some of them gave away things. Some of them didn't. Am I mad about that? No, it's not a big deal to me at all. But there is one channel that rolled the dice on us, and that was the 3POA. We weren't specifically looking for anything aside from like, hey, these guys exist, because we were literally nobody. And in a world where there's online toy stores like Megalopolis and ultimately Dorkside Toys, the fact that they even said our name in the first place was a big deal. And the fact that they continued to say our name after that in December, January, February, March, up until this day, means the world to us. And on the flip side of that, there's Valaverse. So you can say whatever the fuck you want about Bobby. I don't care. I know Bobby sure as fuck doesn't care. But from business to business, as a retail partner for Valaverse, Valaverse gets their fucking shit done. We call Bobby. Aaron calls Bobby because I'd be like, hey, Bobby, what you doing? What you wearing? But we call Bobby and there's no fucking around. We pay our invoice and that man has us our inventory 36 to 48 hours from the time that we make it. And honestly, like if it could be faster, I'm sure he would make it faster. And that just gives us an opportunity to do our jobs better. We do not get that from other companies. There's a lot of big companies. I'm not going to say any names. I'm just saying we do not get that.
Time out. Big announcement just came in right now. Our lovely moderator just informed me we have officially hit 300. 300 has happened.
Bottoms up, motherfuckers. We're somebody to someone.
All right,
we appreciate all of you.
All right, let's bring our guest on.
All right, so I'm going to bring them in one at a time. But the first man is a man that has been on our show before. Episode 7, actually. It was the most viewed, most commented, most liked, and also the most disliked. I would like to welcome our first guest, Mr. LaserPants.
And he was our first guest ever.
Oh. Welcome, LaserPants.
Okay, a couple things. I got to hear more about these big-time YouTubers that just took the giveaways that you sent them and kept them. And I got to hear more about these dislikes.
The most disliked show we have, actually.
I love it.
It was very impressive. How the hell are you, sir?
Good. I'm going to drink to that. To the dislikers.
To the dislikers. And I'm sure this might top it for most disliked shows because we do have another guest. A man that we love. You all know him. The man behind Valaverse, Mr. Bobby Vala.
Give me a hell yeah!
Bobby, welcome,
my
man. I'm going to switch you guys because I feel like Ryan should just be on the left, and that's just a me thing. There we go. I feel better now. I feel more comfortable. I feel more safe. Bobby, how the hell you doing, man?
I bring the hate, baby. I bring the hate. And I love every second of it.
Man, Aaron, I haven't even looked at this chat yet. It is insane. Is there anything already started and ready that we need to talk about before we get into our favorite segment?
Aaron, you're muted.
God, I can't take this guy anywhere. Cool. Well,
like I don't know what's going on. Like every time you switch like menu screens, my mic mutes, and then I hear the music playing all over.
Oh yeah, and then you talk over the beautiful intros that I created.
Exactly. Anyway, yes, we do have a couple starred things. Just a couple. Frank Rumble Toys. Check him out on Instagram. You know, saying what's up, Frank. What's up?
What's up, Frank? Love you.
Oh my God. Mr. Wonderful is also here, the creator behind Hexastack. That Kickstarter is up right now. I think it has like 50 something days to go. So go get your Hexastacks.
Get in on that. We are certainly going in on that, and then he will also be at PowerCon, very close to our booth. So say hi to him. Say hi to us.
We'll be like neighbors.
We'll be neighbors.
Frank, once again, he's jacked up on Mountain Dew, and we're on the fucking road to PowerCon, man.
Mountain Dew.
It's time to go.
Let's go.
And then Not Top Goon, thank you very much, man. He says you guys have the best packaging. You know, it's what we take pride in, man.
Still beautifully bubble wrapped from you guys.
That's good to know. There, it's still perfectly wrapped.
Yep.
Mr. Scott Hughes, Hello Dope apologizes because an order shipped within 24 hours instead of 8 hours. Amazon can suck it. Hey, man, we talk the gospel. We stand behind it, you know? Like, when something's sitting here longer than it has to be, I get real, like, I gotta get this box out of my face. So we gotta do what we gotta do.
If the money is in our pocket, it needs to be in the mail. That is just the way we see it. So
yes. And then the last one I got here, at least for now, is from Knight or Ninja Knight. He said he came through 3POA and made a purchase. Great experience. Thank you very much. We appreciate
thank you, sir. We love that. We love new names.
I love Ninja Knight.
I like his logo. I need to steal that.
Faith in me, jeepers, boyo. How was that? Was that a good Irish accent?
I mean, it's better than I would have done.
Ninja Knight's Irish. He's very Irish.
Oh. Well, Aaron, my clock says I am late on asking you, what the hell are you sipping on?
Well, I was gonna have something special. I got Bobby here, and I know he's a fine connoisseur of the whiskeys. But I didn't get time to crack open what I wanted, so I went with Old Trusty with my my Steel Reserve. I'll save the good whiskey for when my man comes to Columbus, Ohio. We can hopefully get a nice little sip in when I get to meet him in person. But Steel Reserve, man. Something simple, something basic. Mr. DarkClaw, how about you, man?
Well, in my trusty hella dope mug, I am sipping on water because I don't want to get sloppy drunk in front of Bobby Vala. We'll save that for the alley at PowerCon. And then in my other hand, we have the classic Miller Lite. But outside of that, I guess we should ask. We'll ask LaserPants first. LaserPants, what is it that you do be sipping on?
Liquid Death. Liquid Death, which is it sounds badass, but it's just water because I have to go to work tomorrow.
Well, I'm sure the dislikers are like, yeah, you drink that Liquid Death, motherfucker.
Yep. But it's sparkling.
Sparkling. That's totally different. That's good then.
Yep.
All right, Mr. Vala, what is it that you're sipping over there today?
Well, in honor of being on this show for the first time, I cracked open some champagne. So,
champagne of beer. Yes, very classic.
That was actually my old go-to before I started drinking too much and gained so much weight and then had to cut back on the calories a little bit. So I drink the lesser one so I can drink more. I don't know. That's probably bad math, but
I like cheap American beer. So if I wasn't drinking this, I'd probably be drinking a Rolling Rock. But it's like I've been drinking High Life since I was like 19. And I remember someone told me like a couple years ago that it turned like hipsters started drinking High Life, and I got really pissed off. I was like, come on, man. Can't you drink your hoppy, craft shit? Like, why do you have to like ruin High Life? Like, just leave it alone. Leave it alone. Okay.
So, fun fact about High Life, they do make very tiny bottles. They look like almost like little potion bottles. So my wife and I used to have a tradition where we would buy a 6-pack of that, and we would have tiny beer Sunday, living the High Life. And one of my favorite traditions that we don't do enough anymore, mainly because I have to do this show.
So, am I the only one not drinking alcohol?
Which she loves, by the way, and supports. Bobby, I want to mention something that we talked about with Ryan on our episode 7, Ted, and that was my first impression of you.
Ted,
am I delayed?
Ted, I'm going to cut you off. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I know you're on a roll. But I feel bad because I'm the only one not drinking alcohol, so I'm going to change that.
Well, that's our goal, is to always make you feel bad.
It happens. It's easy to make happen. This is from Samantha and Nashay. Uncle Nearest 1856 100 proof premium whiskey. So that's what I'm sipping on.
Calling off tomorrow, eh?
I'm just gonna have one. I'm just gonna do one.
One for now. 3 drinks later.
We'll see how it goes.
So, Bobby, like Ted had mentioned earlier, we're not going to treat this like a normal interview session because, like I said, we know you've been asked pretty much every question among the book. So this is we'll talk some toys. We'll kind of get to know Bobby Vala, the not creator of Valaverse. Kind of get to we'll talk some UFC. We'll talk some hockey. We'll get into just some fun stuff. Just kind of hang out really.
I hope the listeners are okay with that. They might start dropping off.
That's all right.
Like, I didn't come here to listen to this shit.
Look, if
I want to hear about toys.
We have more than we've ever had before, so I'm cool. I'm chilling. I hope they all stay and hang out. But I want to get back to my freaking story that Ryan interrupted with his alcoholism.
Give me 1 minute. I got to cut you off again. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
So, Bobby, my first impression of you was from the Infinity Equation. And you were late to that show, and I had just started watching the Infinity Equation, and I didn't know who the fuck you were. And they bring you in. It's like 20 minutes into the show. They bring you in, and you're chilling outside. It's just like this beautiful scenery out there, and you're just, as they bring you in, you're chiefing this giant fucking cigar. And I want to know, what cigars do you smoke?
I kind of smoke the same type of cigars that I like drink beer. It's like cheap stuff. There's I forget who makes them. I haven't really smoked many cigars lately. Shortly after that, I got into smoking pipes, like a tobacco pipe.
Sophisticated.
Yeah, sophisticated, and I enjoyed it a lot more. But every now and then I do have a cigar, and I smoke they're these little ones, because I feel like when I have a big fatty or something, I just feel like shit the next day. I smell like ass. My wife's like, "Oh, you stink." So it's like I'm not 20 anymore. I don't mind smelling like an ashtray. So I just kind of like really cut back. I'm like old now. I don't hang anymore. It's like I used to have, a bourbon and a cigar 3-4 times a week, and now it's just like, I'll be lucky if that happens once a month. But yeah, I forget what company makes these cigars, but they come in like a little tin, like a little flat tin, and they make like different flavors. One's called like Swamp Thing, and then one's called like Backwoods Fire or something like that. So like when you're smoking, it smells like a fire pit, which I like. So I am by no means anywhere near a connoisseur of cigars. I'm not even a novice. I just kind of smoke, something that's more light and, not as heavy.
Well, that moment was when I declared you the bad boy of toys. So, you just came in late as fuck, not fucking caring, chief of the cigar. You're like, what the fuck's up, guys? What the fuck are we doing today?
That's my goal, man. That's my goal. I'm like, listen, if I'm going to do it, I either want to be like, I don't want to be in the middle. Like, I just kind of like him. I want people to like love me, and then I want them to loathe me. So I don't want to push anyone to the middle. I either want to one side or the other. So if I gotta go the bad boy route, I mean, McFarlane was like, I think he was kind of on his way there, and then he decided not to do that. So I was like, well, someone's got to take over that spot, so I'll do it.
Yeah,
So I feel like the toy industry as a whole, I don't want to say it's a bunch of pussies. I'm just gonna say that it's a bunch of anti-personalities, and it's a bunch of real personalities. I feel like the toy industry, influencers and professionals, is made up of a bunch of fake ass people, for the most part. I'm not saying everyone, I'm saying for the most part. It's like when I was at Hasbro, you weren't allowed to say anything, you couldn't be on social media, that sort of thing. But I was like, screw that, man. So I remember when I was at Hasbro, I asked if I could go on podcasts, and they were like, yeah, but you just have to say that, you're not on this podcast in any sort of official capacity. And I remember guys at Hasbro, other designers, were mad at me because I was on podcasts. They're like, what are you doing on podcasts? And I'm just like, I asked permission. They're like, oh, you could do that? Yeah, I went to HR and I asked permission. They told me what I had to do. So stop fucking bitching at me because you don't have a sack to go and ask. Now it's now everyone's on social media. Hasbro's got this one dumb shit that almost got fired because of leaking social media shit. And he's made this personality of being on social media, but he's a total joke. And then again, I come on, it's what you get from me is how I really am, and then I feel like people in the toy industry, they're worried about hurting their business or losing customers, this, that. I'm like, listen, man, people hated Steve Jobs. He was an asshole, but people bought iPhones. You know, so it's like, I'm not saying like I want to treat people like assholes. I'm just saying like I'm just real. It's like, if you don't like me, I'm sorry, but you know, if that stops you from buying like product you like, that's unfortunate. Like, but that's on you. Like, I hate Hasbro. I still buy their shit. You know, so it's like, you know, what's the difference? I'm gonna go for my own happiness. So if I want to buy classified stuff or Legend stuff or Black Series stuff, I'm gonna go buy it. You know, it's like, yeah, I hate that company. I'll hate them forever. I'll talk shit about them, but they're not gonna stop me from like my enjoyment. So, you know, that's kind of like, you know, what I find funny.
Bobby, we caught you on a good day, my man.
Ted's over here just smirking the entire time while you're talking.
Sorry,
you know what it is? I don't know. I'm at a point where I just have zero fucks to give. Like, I don't know if I'm burnt out or what, or maybe I'm just like enjoying everything a little too much. It could be, you know, a bit of both. But yeah, I just have zero fucks to give. You know, website crash. It's like, fuck, man. You know,
which by the way, Bobby, thank you for that happening.
We were supposed to bring that up.
He doesn't care.
Am I going to hide from it? Like, what am I going to say? Like, I never tell interviewers you cannot ask a certain question. I'll answer anything. So you can't, like, what are you going to do? You're going to run from it? No, the website crashed, and the website crashes multiple times. I'm a fucking toy designer. I'm not an IT guy. So, you know, at the end of the day, yeah, it sucks. And, you know, I thought we did everything to make sure that didn't happen, but it happened. And it's like, you know, 2 hours later, it was fixed. And, you know, we sold out of just about everything. So I was super happy. You know, I know some people were upset, but listen, man, people got to understand, like, listen, if you're getting upset because something sold out and you didn't get your toy, especially a toy that I said that I'm going to reissue again, then what are you doing in the toy collecting game? Like, is this your first time? You know, like, I feel like there should be that James Franco meme where he's in the noose and it's like, oh, first time, huh? Oh, something, you tried to buy something that sold out first time. Listen, that's why I don't buy shit like online. I remember going through the Super Shredder stuff with NECA, sitting there by the pool trying to order this thing, and their site had crashed. And you know what? I didn't message NECA and say, wow, your site sucks. I didn't go on Facebook and rant about it. I said, oh well, I didn't get it. I guess I'll get it down the road. You know, wasn't my time. So listen, you know, I said it on our show. 90% of the fans are amazing, and I love them, and they make this job awesome. The other 10%, man, zero fucks to give. Zero fucks to give. Like, well, again, it's just like again, if I've never, like, and I think I made the analogy on our show last night. I said, if I play the lottery and I don't win the lottery, I don't go and call up the lottery the next day and say, this is bullshit. I didn't win. I bought 10 tickets. I didn't win.
Right.
I didn't win. Or if I bet on my favorite hockey team, if I bet on the Rangers and I lose that bet, do I go and call up the Rangers the next day and say, you guys should have did better? I bet, and you fucked me over. I didn't win that bet. No, man. No.
I do.
It goes.
I go complain to my fiance. I put $10 down.
Come on. I also don't get on social media and be like, fucking Rangers suck. I lost my bet. No, it's like, hey, man, you bet on something or you try to go for an outcome that's not guaranteed, then it is what it is, man. Listen, I want to make enough for everybody. And again, that's why we're you know, why I reissue stuff. Listen, I've reissued almost every figure from Series 1 already. And I realized that Warpath Eclipse was going to be a hot figure. So I put in another order with the factory. It's going to be here in September. Shit, if I was just like all the other companies, I would have been like, no, she's sold out. We're not doing it again. No, man, more is coming. More is coming. Like, relax.
Yeah, so I was in the chat's already talking like, man, I can't wait to get that Warpath Eclipse. Like, it's coming. If you watched last night, you mentioned it multiple times. I mean, you're saying it again. Just give it time. Follow. If you're not on the Valaverse newsletter, you need to be on it because he does send out information to let you know that things are coming. Because I am.
we appreciate that because as retailers, we enjoy knowing such things and when to harass Bobby and when not to harass Bobby. So I want to talk about PowerCon and kind of what you guys are expecting. So while I completely understand both of you are ready for PowerCon because you went into Valicon and crushed it.
Just leave that on the screen.
Hold on, let me make it full screen while I talk here and not boot you out. There it is. Wow. Holy crap. In that new deluxe packaging. Ooh wee. So we know you are ready for PowerCon.
No.
I got it.
That's fine. That one.
Don't forget to ship that to me tomorrow, Bobby.
That's okay. It's only the first sample.
But and we're calling it LaserCon now. Actually, let me share this.
That's correct.
Let me share it before we get into this, because it has been acknowledged by PowerCon. Therefore, it is canon.
Yeah.
We have LaserPants, the host of 3POA podcast. He will be attending PowerCon. If you guys were not aware,
I was showing my disdain for the podcast next to me in that picture.
But the ultimate question is PowerCon ready for the 3POA and Valaverse? Ryan?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what are we gonna do? We're gonna walk in there and kick the door down and
put
someone in a headlock.
It's a 3POA invasion.
I mean, I'm gonna wear a shirt that says He-Man sucks. He-Man sucks. Dudes in furry loincloths are stupid.
That's what I was going to wear.
So we'll see how people react. I don't know.
My Helladope loincloth.
Exactly. We just had 20,000 of them built. We're ready.
Yeah.
We're going to sell them at the show.
This is going to be an awkward show, Aaron. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
So it's the first time that Valaverse will be attending PowerCon. And I guess I'll just frame it like this, right? So the PowerCon show in California was a different show than what it is in Columbus, Ohio. So last year was their first show in Columbus, Ohio. And the headliner essentially for PowerCon ended up being Four Horsemen Studios. Now, NECA was there, and that was a big draw, but NECA was just, they had a booth and they were showing stuff. Four Horsemen was selling stuff. And now we have this here, and I want to call it the Battle of the Lines because with Valicon becoming the headliner for Joe Fest, now there's an opportunity for Valaverse to become a headliner for PowerCon and really, one, take the show to a new level and also build some awareness. So that Four Horsemen line was 2 hours long for 3 days straight. What impact do you think you're going to have based off of Valicon?
Well, I mean, I do go to every show with the intention of turning it into my show. If you listen, I know that sounds like such an asshole thing to say, and they're like, this fucking guy, he's got such an ego and he's such an asshole. Listen, you should always strive to be the best and to do everything the best. Like, if you're not, then what are you doing it for? So, of course, I want to go there and I want to be the top dog. Of course I do. Especially seeing, like, the names on that, you know, it's like they're big names there. And I know there are a lot of names that don't like me. So, of course, I'm going to go in there. And I'm going to go in there.
Future question.
Huh?
That's a future question.
Right. I'm going to go in there with some big dick energy. It's like, listen, I'm there to base it. I want to put Action Force everywhere. I want that shit down people's throats. Like, that's how I want it. And now, granted, I've never been to PowerCon as a you know, an attendee, and I've never been there as a vendor, so I don't know what the show consists of. I always thought it was a very just He-Man fantasy centric show, but I think as you see with Joe Fest and all these other shows, you no longer have a centric themed show anymore. They're all just general toy shows now. So, you know. And I didn't ask PowerCon to invite me. They reached out to me and they said, we want you at the show. And I was surprised. I was like, well, I didn't think it would, you know, they would think that I would be a good fit there. But I guess because it's turned into a generic toy show that, you know, welcomes all genres, I'm like, all right, let's go in there. Let's see how some military does. You know, and then I said, well, if I'm going to go there, I'm going to go there with a bang. And I said, let's get an exclusive done. And I had to get an exclusive done really fast. I think they asked me in maybe January to come. So I had to get something done really, really fast. And I think we have a great exclusive. So we'll see. We'll see what kind of draw that is. I mean, our line at Joe Fest is epic. So I hope that the line at PowerCon is just as good or maybe better, you know, because I know there's more people. It's a bigger show. So we'll see. We'll see how it does with that crowd. You know, but listen, I'm going to go there and, you know, I'm going to go there and try to do my thing and hopefully it works.
Now, Ryan, I'm curious, as a fan, as a toy collector, as a person who has been to many cons in your life, and based off of your experience at ValaCon, what are you kind of thinking is about to happen to you guys?
A lot of work. I'm going to be standing a lot, selling a lot of toys, and yeah, that's about it.
I'm going to bring the class.
I think that the booth will be pretty busy for the week. I mean, I don't know if there's a lot of other independent military toy lines, and of course, Hasbro's not going to be there. So, you know, the military fans are going to be at the Valaverse booth. And like, you know, I mean, like Bobby said, PowerCon is not really a He-Man thing anymore, right? I mean, look at some of the vendors that are going to be there, or not the vendors, but the toy companies. There's only one toy company, right, that makes He-Man anymore, and that's Mattel.
Mm-hmm.
So there's going to be a lot of competition.
No. I mean, while it's not He-Man like heavy anymore, I mean the aura and the presence of He-Man still exists.
Is Dolph Lundgren going to be there?
You never know. He might just show up, you know. And then you know, Sylvester Stallone will show up. Then a ring will pop up, and then we get Drago Rocky Part 2. Actually, I would want to see that.
I would like to meet Frank Langella. Is he still alive?
I think so.
Okay.
I would love that too. Why haven't they booked him?
I don't know.
Silly PowerCon. Yeah. They're taking notes. It's fine. They're watching. I know they're watching. So I think PowerCon has done something smart, because when they were in California, Mattel bowed out, and they see what I think we all see. I know it's what Aaron and I see as business owners, and that's these independent toy companies are really the future. And I mean, if you're into independent toys, this is a banger of a show for you. I mean, Ramen's going to be there. Spiro's going to be there. Savage Crucible's going to be there. Mm-hmm. Obviously, Valaverse is going to be there. That's a really big deal for a show that doesn't have any sort of the big two presence. No Mattel, no Hasbro. It is a free-for-all. Do you guys think that's going to hurt either of the big two? Do you think that's a bad move for them, not trying to be a part of this?
Nah. People are going to buy their stuff no matter what. They're, you know, that machine's too big. I don't think, you know, people will judge them based on if they show up to a con or not. So
yeah, I think as independent toy companies take a larger and larger slice of the pie, I think Mattel and Hasbro just make more pies. You know?
So Bobby, you mentioned and I'm going to get into this more in a little bit, but you mentioned there's going to be friends and maybe frenemies there. However, is there anybody there that either of you are looking forward to actually meeting, or whether that's for personal reasons or networking reasons? Like, oh, that's a guy I've been meaning to talk to for a little bit.
I don't think about anybody else.
It's me. It's only me. I'm gonna meet myself there, and that's all that's important.
Like, I mean, I'm there. I want to like shop and buy some vintage toys, but I don't really like, you know, if like, and I don't think he's gonna be there, but I would love to have a one-on-one conversation with Todd McFarlane. I think we have very similar paths, you know, and I respect what he has done. You know, but other than that, I don't give a shit about anyone else there. I'm looking forward to meeting Ace. You know, just
oh yeah, there we go.
all the time. So I'm looking forward to meeting him in person. But you know, Rob from Savage Crucible, you know, I had a nice 2-hour chat the other day. But other than that, I don't care.
Yeah, I really want to see that Ramen Racer like in person. Like, hopefully he has it with him. I can really get like eyes on it opposed to a picture.
I think he said he would, and yeah, I definitely want to meet Ace and the Savage Crucible guys. Savage Crucible, I think that's gonna kind of be their con once they have product, right? So maybe next year, if they have their product by then, I think they're gonna take a big slice of that PowerCon pie, because what they're doing is really, really cool. Taking that fantasy genre and adding in, you know, superposability and amazing paint apps on those things. I don't know if you've seen what they've shown so far, but I'm really excited for that line.
I would honestly like, I mean, I doubt it will ever happen, but like Fantasy World, I would love to see Spiro and Savage Crucible cross paths in like a story arc somehow, just to see what the story would look like.
They probably could. Savage Crucible to me is more dark and gritty, and I feel like AWOC is like more like 80s Saturday morning cartoon type of feel. But I mean, yeah, they could.
Aaron, so I know we are limiting the chat a little bit, but I noticed you do have a few questions, and I feel like some of them are relevant right now. We'll take a quick chat break. What's popping in the chat, guys?
Not a lot of questions per se. The Nutty Butt guy was asking, Bobby, do you happen to know what your booth location is?
I do, but I cannot say, just because they are releasing that information. So
got it.
I'm not going to share that.
It's good to know.
We'll have a big giant sign that's lit up, so you won't be able to.
will it be green will it be green like it was at ValaCon?
Yes.
Then I'm looking forward to it. Also, Ninja Knight was asking, Ryan, will you be getting the Spiro exclusive Tanger?
If I have time. I mean, working the booth is time consuming, you know, and if it's busy like Joe Fest was, maybe if I can make it over there. If not, I'll just tell Jeremy to send me one, and he'll do it, or he's fired.
Or he's fired. Where is Jeremy, by the way? That man should be in here right now. That's fine. We still love Jeremy.
Travis, aka Mr. Wonderful, Bobby over here with the controversy creates cash mentality. I mean, that's the way.
It's not like just trying to create controversy for the sake of making headlines or anything like that. Like I said, it's like this is what you get from me. Like I don't sugarcoat anything. So it's like, listen, I've been successful. I think I make a great toy line, and you know, it's just getting bigger. So doing something right. I know there's a lot of people out there that probably would like to see me fail, but
that's fuel for the fire right there.
They've been barking at the moon for 3 years now, and nothing's changed. So they're just wasting their breath. I'm not going anywhere. As you can see, I got a vehicle coming. I got more series coming. I got a new IP coming. So it's, we're here to stay, man.
So I want to bring up this message, and then I personally want to bring up one of those IPs that you are under right now, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Swift is in the house. Swift, I saw you all up in the chat last night. Good seeing you, man. He says, once again, it's on. Salute, gentlemen.
What's up, Swift? Good to see you again, man.
So the question, I want to bring up Legend of the White Dragon.
Yeah.
As a JDF fan, I loved all of his work as, a young Power Ranger fan watching in '93 to meeting the man in person here at Wizard World when it was the big con for Columbus. If you don't, I know you've kind of talked about it multiple times, but if you want to briefly kind of just talk about how that came to be.
It came to be, so the producer on the Action Force movie was working with Aaron, who's the director of Legends of the White Dragon. And once they started working together, he kind of said like, hey, listen, you should probably do some toys. I can hook you up with a guy who can make great toys for this. And he got us in touch. And, I told Aaron, like, listen, man, I want to make some awesome figures for you. And it was tough because it was a tight window, because I think the movie's coming out in the fall, and then our figures are coming out in like late December, maybe early January. Mm-hmm. So, it was like, shit, how quickly could we get these figures done for this, for this movie? Because you don't want to miss that hype, So right. I believe the movie's going to do fantastic. I know a lot of people are excited about it. I can't wait to open the pre-orders for the figures, which is going to be happening within the next month or so. So I'm looking forward to that. It's exciting to get some figures out there under the Valaverse banner that aren't Action Force. So that's really exciting. And we got a great factory that is getting these done really fast. I saw some check models the other day. I got to work on the paint masters for them. So there's a lot to be done, but it's going to be cool. And they're going to be in our Action Force Deluxe box, because it's a 2-pack. Okay. So that's going to be fun. Yeah, I'm looking forward to those ones.
Will you happen to have any samples at PowerCon that people can see?
Yep.
Okay.
Nope. It's still too early.
Okay. Fair enough. But yeah, no, like I said, I was glad and shocked to see that pop up, because I said I didn't watch the replay of the YouTube when it got announced, and I'm it's like 2:30 in the morning when I do my best work, and I'm like running to my fiance, who probably doesn't remember this conversation, talking about, oh my god, this is happening. She's like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm trying to fucking sleep here. I'm like, all right, you go back to bed. I'm gonna go fangirl over here to see, like I said, and the early sculpts that you posted me, it looks phenomenal. I can't wait. I know the people. There's a couple comments in the chat that had mentioned it. I just want to say personally, congratulations on that IP. I'm excited to see what other future things come out of that.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited for it. It's gonna be cool. It's cool to be able to like pay tribute to Jason, this being his last movie. And I think that the Power Rangers, the Lightning Collection, they can continue to do his likeness. But word on the street is that line isn't happening anymore, and that just means that Super 7 is going to follow as well. So this might very well be the last figure of Jason, which it would be cool if we get that honor of doing his last figure.
Awesome, Ted.
So while we have a fiery Bobby, I feel like I should jump around on some of these questions a little bit. So we were talking about your frenemies. That's how I've been referred to. So there are several guests / YouTubers that will be at PowerCon that maybe have given the 3POA or Valaverse the cold shoulder. Are you expecting any of these people to come up to you in person and potentially kiss your ass?
If they do, I will not kiss it back. I mean, listen, if they want to, they can. I'll talk to anybody. But it's like I might have a receipt or two for some people. We'll see. I mean, some people said they were going to come. We'll see. Listen, I'm there to do my thing. I'm not there to like search out people. You want to come by, where our booth is. It's up to you, man. It's up to you if you want to put your big boy pants on. You want to come over there. We'll see.
Ryan, do you have any thoughts of that? Because you take a lot of the heat for the 3POA, because you're the front man of the band, essentially, and then Bobby's the guy just fucking just throwing shit out there.
No, I'm not worried about that at all. People often don't approach you in real life, and they would never say things to your face that they say in YouTube comments. So I'm not worried about it. And I mean, we're there to sell toys and be professional. So all that other stuff is just bullshit.
I absolutely love that, because, and I think you guys really made that clear last night. Like everyone's just like, why are you guys hating about toys? It's supposed to be fun. You guys have both said, hey, we're having fun. We're talking about toys, whether we like something or not. And when you mentioned the 3POA hate early on, when we first started talking months and months ago, I was kind of like, well, I don't see it. And as time has gone on, I have seen it. I've seen people shitting on 3POA, people shitting on Valaverse. And I don't understand that, because professionally, both of you have been nothing but honest, polite, and followed through on anything that you've ever said you were going to do, at least for us. And I don't understand the child mentality of people intentionally watching you just to be mad at you about something. Like, I think that's crazy to me. And I don't like, if you don't like it, just don't watch it.
I mean, we've had people say wild things about us that it's like, where did that come from? You know, I just, but I don't know. I mean, some of the other YouTubers, maybe they're getting marching orders from the toy companies they work for. I don't know. I really don't care, because our numbers are good. People are tuning in, right? So
they're definitely tuning in. They're showing up in waves, and you know, I don't know what to do with all this.
our live views are higher than some of the big YouTubers out there, you know, and it's like, if anyone who knows anything about YouTube, it's not about subscribers, it's about views, and we're getting the views, so we're doing something right, you know. Yeah. And we're getting steady growth. So I think there's a shift in what people want to see. You know, we see it in every aspect of life, sports, politics, you know, you name it. There's always a shift and a change. And I think in the toy community, there's been the same thing for too long. And again, like I was saying earlier, I was like, there's the personalities in the toy industry, from like, you know, the designers and professionals that work at the companies. Like, it's just, you need real people. And I think people want real people, because, you know, they're kind of getting screwed over with prices and things like that. And I think they just want something real. I think they're tired of the everything is great kind of thing, because we're now in a time where there's so much good stuff out there, but not everything is great. There was a time where like everything was great, you know, from like 2011 to like 2016, like everything was really good. There's great stuff coming out. Toy industry was getting huge, but now there's so much out there that not everything can be great, and you can't sugarcoat it and act like everything is great. You know, there has to be some accountability. You know, listen, I hold myself accountable for shit. You know, again, I said, it's like, yeah, the website crashed. Yeah. And you know what? I was on the phone for 2 hours yelling at 4 people, yelling at them for 2 hours, just because you got to hold people accountable. It's like, I'm not programming the site. I'm paying someone to do that. And I'm paying servers to manage this shit. So you bet your ass I'm going to yell at them and hold them accountable, because the customers are holding me accountable. Obviously, they want to come to a site they want to buy. They want to be able to purchase. Well, I'm going to hold those people accountable, because it was their job to make sure that this shit ran smoothly. So, you know, again, I just think people want something different, and we're giving it to them.
My whole goal for the show is just honesty and entertaining. That's all I want to do. I want to be honest with my opinions and not sugarcoat stuff, and be entertaining. And I think we're kind of accomplishing those two things, especially with me, Bobby, and Tony. I think our personalities mix well, and we all have a similar sense of humor, and it comes across well. And I think that's why people tune in. But mostly, I think, for the entertainment. You know,
absolutely.
It is definitely the highlight of my every other Saturday. Although now I made it date night with wifey, which now I have to be on the replay squad, and I can't get all that that sweet 3POA live. I don't get to participate in the chat anymore.
I get a lot of comments like, "Oh, I missed it. Sorry, but I'm watching the replay." Like, don't be sorry. That's fine. I mean, watch the replay however you can do it. If you're tuning in, if you're clicking and watching the whole thing, thank you.
Yeah.
And I want to touch on what Bobby said in regards to how many people are viewing. And I do think that is an important metric, because nowadays on YouTube, a subscriber count comes off more as a vanity thing, because when you go live, and I know not everybody can watch live, and I know there are replays, but the amount of viewers that you get versus how many subscribers you have, as somebody who gets around in a lot of live streams, that is certainly a number I notice. You know, when you have 10,000 subscribers and 8 people in your live stream, that's kind of questionable to me. However, your guys' metrics are very different from that. Like, you are literally encapsulating your entire audience for the most part. And I want to specifically touch on the Valaverse episode where you guys cracked 1,000, because prior to that, like, you guys, you know, you were hitting 400, you broke 400, and that was a huge deal. And then you guys were working up from that, and then boom, Valaverse, and you guys do 1,000. It's not just like, oh, well, we peaked at 1,000 and came down. It was consistently 1,000 live viewers for an extreme amount of time. I don't know the actual amount of time, but it was a while. So how did you guys feel about that? And then what is kind of like, what are you trying to tackle next from a show standpoint?
Well, so when that happened, I think Bobby or Tony, they were in the middle of talking about something. Maybe it was one of the new Desert Rat or something. And I stopped and I hit this. And Bobby and Tony were like, what? I'm like, we just hit 1,000 live viewers. And they're like, Bobby's like, holy shit, right? And totally mind blowing. I didn't think we were going to do it at least not that night. But that was the Valaverse weekend, and we had gotten like 700 viewers on 3POA, and I think 800 the night before on Valaverse channel, and then that Sunday stream was when it peaked and went over 1,000. So that was mind blowing, and I don't know where to go from there because we haven't done it again since.
I mean, it kind of helps when you show a ghillie suit, you know.
Yeah, yep, that does. But I think, you know, I'm looking forward to the next Valaverse, and we could do it again.
Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna do a show after this, because, you know, I try to not to look at the viewer count number, because, you know, I stream on Twitch a lot, and like one of the things, like, I even teach people who are getting into it, is never pay attention to your viewers, the view count. Pay attention to what you're doing, being engaging with the chat and all. But man, that's a nice number up there.
Yeah,
it is a very nice number.
You know, I'm not gonna complain, but, you know, I
was expecting 30. I was like, you know, Bobby will be here, 30 people would show up, you know, but we were wrong. I was wrong.
where do we?
I'm wrong a lot.
We're 87 right now.
87 right now.
Nice. I hope there's 87 likes.
That's also Geek Dad Life should still be going on, so I actually expect that number to pop a little bit here shortly. So I want to backtrack a little bit to PowerCon, and at Valicon, you had a panel, and it was pretty extreme. You dropped a lot of bombs. So I am curious, two things, two-part question. Is there going to be any sort of Valaverse or 3POA panel? Because we would love that. And two, with the shows being so close together, is it too early to drop more bombs? Or do you have something in the works?
They didn't ask me if I wanted to do a panel. I didn't ask them if I could do a panel. I don't know if they do panels at PowerCon.
They do panels.
They do? Okay.
And I want to backtrack that with last year they had Robo had a panel, Tim Clark had a panel, NECA had a panel, Shartimus had a panel. So if there are panels this year, maybe they did away with them. Maybe I'm just dumb. I 100%
that list sounded really exciting.
I feel like the 3POA and Valaverse should have at least one panel, if not two.
I mean, again, this is my first time at the show, so, you know, we'll see. I mean, say I go there and no one shows up to our booth and it shits the bed because, you know, fantasy fans aren't there's no crossover and we don't have, you know, a lot of our fans coming to the show, you know. But if we go there and it's a huge success, then, you know, maybe I'll reserve that and say, like, hey, listen, you know, we should plan on doing a panel next year. I don't have a panel lined up. I have nothing new to show because I showed it all at Valicon. But you know, I know our booth is a lot smaller. So I think I'm going to have, the Vanguard, the painted Vanguard model there. But other than that, we're just going to have a lot of product to sell. I'm going to squeeze as much new reveal stuff onto the tables at the booth as I can, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, no panel scheduled this year.
Well, I'm curious on Ryan's input on this in regards to a 3POA panel, because while I know Tony won't be there, you guys do have Articulated Ninja joining the squad. Mm-hmm. So if you're going to PowerCon, you have a chance to meet Articulated Ninja as well. Ryan, is a 3POA style panel something you would be interested in doing in any con, not just PowerCon?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what that would be. I guess it would just be a live show.
Which I think would be really cool. Like, I've seen some podcasts that do live shows, and I think that would be so much fun if we sat at a table with like a crowd in the room and did a live show. I think that'd be amazing.
That would be a lot of fun. I would have to figure out the tech, and hopefully they have good Wi-Fi there, all that. But yeah, I would like to do that. It would be hard to call it 3POA without Tony. I mean, obviously we had Ninja fill in for Tony last night, but I think our first live 3POA should be, in person, right? Yeah. Should be with Tony. So that would probably happen at something like Valicon, Joe Fest, or something like that. Not PowerCon. Something else maybe. I don't know. But I don't. What would I talk about? I don't know. Talk about
chat,
all the vendors.
I see the chat, man. I see the chat. Don't worry.
Hold on. I'm gonna throw him up here. First of all, it's Chad, and it's Chad. It's good to see you again. We have missed you on Instagram and YouTube, so we hope you are making a comeback soon. We are limiting the chat just a little bit, but Aaron has some starred things that I'm going to get to here in just a moment. But thank you for joining us, Chad, because again, good to see you, and hope all is well in your world.
Yes.
Ryan's doing an air high five.
No, I'm raising my hand.
Do you have a question?
No, there's 91 people watching.
Oh my God, there's.
I'm just saying, maybe like if the guys watching, if you guys want to share the link in toy groups on Facebook and Instagram stories. So, if this was your first 100 plus show,
this is going to be our first 30 plus.
Okay.
So like I said, next week's show we're just gonna go ahead and cancel. I need a day to I need to come back from this.
We're done. We
thank you guys. No, but this show's right here. Like I said, the 3POA comes in and they support you guys. They support us when they can. Like, this is the thanks that we can never get back. This is all what you guys bring to the table. You have a following. Your following will go wherever you go. And a lot of them, like I said, when I went to bed after watching the replay last night, at like 3:30 in the morning, we were at like 289. I'm like, cool, whatever. You shouted out there was a couple quick subscribers there. I woke up this morning and we were already close to 300, and now we're like 315.
We're 315.
Yeah. This is what I'm saying. Like, no matter, we can preach to the moon and thank all of you, no matter what. But this is right here proof that everything that the 3POA is about is right here, right now. So thank you. I really do mean it.
Yeah, it means a lot. So I guess we'll do what Chad says and maybe interact with the chat a little bit.
All right, Chad.
Mainly so I can go grab another beer.
Yeah, I'm gonna go reload real quick.
Cool.
There you go.
We're gonna do that, and then we're gonna blast through some
stuff.
chat, and then we're gonna do some fun questions. I think.
Ooh, fun questions. Yes.
Fun questions.
Just like, before you get to that, I'm gonna cut you off again because that's what I do.
Damn it, you asshole!
If you see me at PowerCon, say hi because I made buttons. I'm gonna be giving away buttons. How about that?
Who doesn't like buttons?
Who doesn't like buttons?
All right, so Lewis, the Sentinel behind me. So we usually do a wrestling show after every premium live event. He is supporting our tribal chief Roman Reigns. He is one of the ones along with Galactus. You can't see it much with Galactus, but I usually try and change what wrestling type thing that they're doing. 2 weeks ago, they were all having the DX suck at chops. It's just something fun for the camera.
That's cool. I like it.
Who else we got? We got Greg up in here. He said, found you. Hey there, Ted. Cool seeing you on that side of the stream. Ted's gone. We don't care about him anyways. He's just holding back the stream. Head Cannon, thank you very much. Welcome to the show. It's his first time being here. Thanks for having us. Subscribe button has been hit. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I said it means a lot to all of us. The Nutty Buckeye must be from Ohio. If not, just an interesting name. He said that Rob did say that they're going to have a few things at PowerCon.
Yeah, so they're going to have. I think they're going to have like samples to show, and maybe did he say they're going to be selling those coins?
I believe he mentioned it.
Okay.
So that'll be cool to have. Actually, I need to pay that invoice. Now I think about it. Anyway, that's
by the way, guys, that's Savage Crucible.
Yes.
That's Rob's toy line. It's really cool.
Jim Largo from Largo's Lair. Ryan is the chewy center of the 3POA Tootsie Roll Pop.
Thanks, Jim. Hey, we got to link up soon, Jim, to do another episode of Infinite Playlist.
Yes, that was a very good episode. You're welcome for me inventing that.
Yeah, that was good, man. That was good.
I mean, I could talk about music all day. Like that is a love that I will always have, and like there's just like any conversation you can have about music is always a good one. This is the message that Chad had originally sent. He said, "Did someone say child mentality?" Well, he's here now. So, K-Dog, welcome. How you doing? He says, "Gentlemen and gentle pants."
Hey, K-Dog.
And then he also follows that up with at LaserPants. You forgot causing Hasbro fanboys.
Emotional damage.
Thank you.
Not on purpose. Not on purpose.
So
my opinion should not affect your joy of collecting a toy line. Just saying.
I mean, while your opinion should not affect other people's decisions, your opinion helps kind of guide. Maybe is this like, especially some that are on the fence. Is this something that I really want? And you're bringing out things that some people may not have noticed. So like for me, I have the stuff that I don't have is because you mentioned something that I didn't see the first time. And I'm like, oh yeah, now that I see this, maybe I don't want it. So I look at it that way. And maybe it's just me, but
I mean, look, I collect a lot of Hasbro lines. So if Hasbros are mad at me, and if they have emotional damage from watching the 3POA, sorry, I still collect the stuff, but that doesn't mean I can't criticize stuff about it and also say when I really like something. Like, you know what I really like? This Mark 1 Iron Man. Excellent figure. I hope that makes him feel better.
See, I'm on the boat of whatever the 3POA says. Even if I just bought the figure, and I brought it home and I haven't opened it and I love it. And then the 3POA is like, oh, that sucks. And I immediately throw it in the trash. Throw it in the trash. Screw that toy. It was a stupid toy made by a stupid person. The paint apps were awful. I bet it has horrible articulation. Straight in the trash. That's how I roll personally. Oh, yeah. That's what I do. That's half our inventory I just throw in the trash because you guys. Nobody ever sees it.
Instead of throwing it in the trash, you can just send it to me. How about that?
Noted.
Right. The Nutty Buckeye says, hey, looking forward to some stickers, some buttons. So
come say hi.
Definitely be able to check that out. Swift, thank you very much. Fun stream. We try to have those every once in a while. While yes, we are a toy company who's supposed to be talking about toys. Every once in a while, it's good to just have a nice, chill stream with some good people and have good conversations. So, thank you. Scott Hughes says, music. Yes, Jim Largo has a show that he does called Infinite Playlist. So give him a check out. He's had several guests on with different musical tastes. So follow him on YouTube. He actually just got back to streaming again. I caught the one this afternoon that he did with Wilhelm. So check him out.
Yep, Scott, check out the episode I did, and you'll find out how weird I really am.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure we already know.
Okay.
We don't need your musical taste to figure that out.
And a shout out to Mr. Blacknight over here. Like, he was the Kickstarter for that show, and he was so intense on that Jim Largo had no choice but to carry on the tradition through other people. But go check out Black Knight's episode and LaserPants episode. And Bobby, maybe Jim Largo will get you on there and talk about your weird music, and
it'll be
whatever,
all Led Zeppelin.
Whatever you're listening to in the warehouse.
Well, I mean, I got some weird ones. I mean, you know,
hey, ain't nothing wrong with
I don't know
that.
if I'm ready to say it, but you know.
I think Michael French would be a good guest for that show as well. If Largo can ever land that one, that is one I would love to see. Some good old retro blasting, talking about his personal music taste.
Hey, Ryan, I was given a request by the chat if you don't mind fulfilling that for them.
Emotional damage.
My man, Northern Nomad. There you go.
Never gets old.
It doesn't.
By the way, for those that don't know, that's from Stephen He. He has a YouTube channel. Check out his channel. It is so hilarious. Damn funny.
I love when he does like the comparison between like the two Asian families and they're comparing their children. The funniest shit I've ever seen.
Oh my god!
My son, doctor. So, well, my son, like it's. Oh my god! Like,
when I was 9 years old, I was 25.
Oh my! I walked uphill and the same. I can't even remember now. It's so funny. Fucking funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ted.
Is it okay? Cool. That's the chat. So we're gonna drift away from talking about toy business and power cons and whatnot, and we're going to do some more lighthearted, fun questions. And I'm going to start it off with something a little extreme, and Ryan had preparation for this one. Bobby, you did not, so I'm hoping Ryan actually has something good.
I don't.
But I'm wondering, oh my god, I can't bring any of you anywhere. So do either of you have an embarrassing story about the other one that you would care to share? You guys spent a lot of time on the road, a lot of long weekends together.
Something embarrassing that Bobby did?
Yeah. Make sure it's good, because I know Bobby's always got something in the tank, man.
I honestly can't think of anything.
Bro, I sent you show notes.
I know, but there's like nothing. Like I've only seen you in person like twice. The two Joe Fest, right?
And now Bobby's about to come out hot. Bobby, what you got?
Oh no, three times, because we've done 3 Joe Fests.
That's right. Yeah, we have. Go ahead.
No, I won't. No.
No, good. Hey, whoa! You can't backtrack now, big guy. Come on now.
He's ready for you. So go ahead.
Come on.
We were. So it was after. It was. I think it was the first Joe Fest, and we were going out after, I think, the Friday show. Right, and so Bobby's like, well, "I got to go change my shirt," and Mike's like, "I got to go change my shirt too." Okay, so we went up to their room. We're hanging out, and I just see Bobby come out of the bathroom with this can of Axe body spray, just. And I lost it, man. I'm like, you're an Axe body spray guy. All right.
Dude, wait a minute.
What's wrong with that?
I don't know.
Dude, it stinks in conventions, man.
It does.
Dudes don't shower, so I just feel like I got this funk on me, and I didn't grab a shower, so it's
fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, you ever been in the poop line, man? Boy, that is a long ass line.
I go back to my room.
Yeah,
I go back to my room.
So. We did a single day show here in Columbus. I don't remember what the hell it's called anymore.
Hold on.
The toy and game convention thing.
But there was a poop line. So I'm trying to go to the bathroom, but there's literally a line to the bathroom, and I'm confused about it. And you can just go around the line and use the urinals, but there's literally a line of grown-ass men waiting to take a poop. And I'm just like, fellas, it is 10 a.m. and it's a toy show. It's not that big of a deal. Why don't you just take care of that at home? So that is the poop line.
Here's the thing: if you're an adult, what's wrong with your schedule? You do that in the morning.
Yeah,
that's what we said.
I have a routine.
Bobby's gonna come in high. Here we go.
Listen, I'm jealous of the people that go once a day. Listen, I probably poop 2-3 times a day.
That's true.
My wife will go like 3-4 days without it, and then she's like, "I don't know how you go multiple times," and I'm like, in the morning without fail. So you have to do it immediately in the morning.
Yep.
But dude, you don't know when that can strike up. So it's like, you know, my friend Jordan, he's like, dude, I go in the morning, I'm good for the rest of the day. I'm like, how are you good for the rest of the day? You know, so it's like I'm always on the lookout. Like if I'm going somewhere, if I'm going on a road trip, I'm like, all right, are there going to be bathrooms at this situation? You know, there's a bar in town that, you know, has it's like it's a big bar and it's got a bathroom that has a stall and a toilet. So it's like if you got shit, you got to lock the door. And when you're in a bar and you lock the door, you're gonna have a bunch of angry people knocking on it. You know, there was a bar growing up when I was in New Jersey where there was a 4-foot wall that just separated the urinal and the toilet. So shit, you just shit out in the open. You know, so
it's unacceptable.
You know, when it comes to like pooping, I take that shit real seriously because I don't just go once a day. You know, I have to like kind of plan my day around it, sort of thing.
No.
He's got a little portable squirt bottle. It's like his portable bidet that he carries with him.
No, well, see, I can't do that in public, man. I will leave wherever I am. I will go home, and I will go poop in my own personal toilet. You know, no. There's too many gross ass people in this world.
What if you can't make it? I mean,
I will shit in a bush.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's funny you say that because last night, you know, my wife was away. She went and did a Spartan race. And my son was staying at my in-laws, and I had my daughter with me. And I said, hey, let's do like a daddy-daughter date night. Let's go get dinner together. And, you know, she's 3 years old. So we went to, you know, Texas Roadhouse, and we went and had dinner. And
put a pin in it. Put a pin in it. Hold on.
100?
Oh, 100.
Holy shit.
Holy shit.
It was
exactly
the poop. Once you started talking about pooping,
once the poop line gets going, man, the people come. They're attracted. They're like, oh, what's this line for? Are we in the Valaverse line? Are we in the poop line? I hope I'm in the poop line. You know.
All right, back to Bobby's story.
I'm thinking to myself, like, of course, it's in the back of my head, like, okay, well, if I have to take a shit, I got to take her in there with me. So. We eat, we get the check, we're leaving, and I'm like pulling out of the parking lot, and it came on real fast. I'm like, ooh, I gotta go. And I'm like, ooh, can I make it home? And I was just like looking around, like, well, there's some woods over there, and I'm thinking like that. I'm just like, all right, I'm not gonna subject my daughter to watching me run into the woods to go take a shit. You know, and I was like, well, there's a movie theater there, but then I gotta park, I gotta get her out of the car, you know, run in there with her. I was like, just go, man, just go home. And I flew home. But you know, that's the kind of shit I worry about because I don't just go once a day. You know, now everyone knows I poop multiple times a day.
So see, this is the stream I'm talking about. we gonna get to the inside scoop of Bobby Vala.
Now I'm wondering if like Ryan wants to change his answer and steal Bobby's story.
I can't top that one.
Bobby, do you have an embarrassing story that you would like to share about Ryan? A friendly one. No secrets need to be exposed. We're just having fun. Maybe farted once.
Ryan's very composed. I think it would be very hard to catch Ryan embarrassed, like to get him in a situation where he was embarrassed about something. I think I've definitely put my foot in my mouth, like talking with him about stuff that I was embarrassed about, but I can't recall any time where he ever like put himself in an embarrassing moment. Tony, 100%, most definitely.
Okay, well, hold on. We can change this question. Tony's not here. He's busy working. Any embarrassing Tony stories you guys want to share?
No, Tony gets a little rowdy, but no, I'm not gonna tell Tony stories.
No, it's
not here.
He'd have to be here. Yeah,
it's fine. We love Tony, and we look forward to having him on again soon.
Actually, I do have an embarrassing story about Ryan.
Oh.
So I'll put him on the spot. You know, I'm sorry, Ryan. Don't get mad. So he just celebrated his 20th wedding anniversary? 15?
No,
10, 15, 12. It was a milestone, wasn't it?
Ryan doesn't know how long he's been married.
18. I have to think about
18. So he just celebrated his 18th anniversary And his wife reached out to me a few months before that and was like, "Hey, I want to do something for Ryan. Do you have any ideas in mind? You know, is there anything like on his grail list and things like that?" I'm like, "Well, if Ryan wants something, Ryan buys it." So there's like really nothing like. It's kind of like me. It's like my wife knows better than try to get me like a toy. It's like, if I want something, I'm gonna go buy it.
Yep.
So I told her, I said, let me think about it, and I totally forgot. Like an asshole, I forgot. And he had talked about it on the show like the week before, and he brought it up, and I was like, oh crap, I gotta remember that. And I sent myself an email to like put something together. So I said, let me put something special together for him. And I found, a prototype of a Pandora, and I made it kind of like a 1-of-1 for him, something special for him. And I sent it to her, and she gave it to Ryan, and she took a video of Ryan opening it, and Ryan was sobbing like a little.
No, I can believe the story. This sounds right.
I have a video of Ryan crying because he got smashed into stuff. So,
can we pair that to some Sarah McLachlan music?
That was, hey, that was one of the coolest things she's ever bought me. That was cool.
I mean, let's be fair, she didn't buy it.
No, I didn't know that.
Oh my!
And then this year at Joe Fest, when Tony was leaving, me, Ryan, and Tony, we all had like a 3-way hug, and the three of us were crying. It was a sad moment.
It was pathetic.
It was pathetic. It was 100%. And then after Tony walked away, me and Ryan were still like teary-eyed, like upset that he was gone. Like it was a total pathetic moment for a bunch of, like I was ashamed of us.
Why did you tell these stories?
Why not, man? Why not?
That's the next white potato story right there.
What, you just want to stay talking about toys all day? No, we got to get these gritty answers that people really want to know about.
Yeah, you guys don't have time on your show with all the super chats and whatnot to get down to the realness, the tenderness.
Well, listen, helladopetoys is no longer the official sponsor.
Well, it was fun while it lasted, Ted.
We had a good run. We got 100 people at one point.
Nerd Zoic, if you're out there watching, just hit me up.
Oh,
wow!
I will send all the hate.
My heart.
You guys are the only two like YouTubers / toy stores I know of. So
yeah. Well, we so.
You know what? Megalopolis had a channel, and it's still up, and Pixel Dan's on there with different episodes that he did for him. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, that was a selling point. They tried to make me be a shareholder at one point. They're like, "Hey, you want to be a shareholder?"
I'm just saying, if I was Pixel Dan, I'd be hitting him up like, "Hey, delete that channel immediately, please."
Yeah,
Megalopolis guy.
Actually, they contacted me very early on during after the Kickstarter funded and stuff. They contacted me about doing my fulfillment, and I was like, "Oh, thanks. I'll keep that in mind." But in the back of my head, I was like, "I'm not gonna have someone fulfill my own shit." I was like, "No thanks," but I'm glad I didn't because it kind of didn't work out too well for them.
No.
Yeah. And as far as the Nerd Zoic and the helladopetoys, that's the one angle that we try to do differently because Big Nerdy already had a big platform before he started his store, which was smart. We had the opposite. We had literally nothing, and we just started a store. But we like to think that at least it's different. Big Nerdy does his own thing, and no disrespect to Big Nerdy at all. We love Big Nerdy. We watch his channel. I'm a subscriber. I'm not hating people, but we just do it from a different angle where we try to be a little bit more interactive with the community and a little bit more hands-on and out there and try to keep our heads to the ground and whatnot. So that's just you
guys are doing good,
angle.
man.
We're working.
You guys are doing good.
Well, we appreciate that. We're doing good tonight. I'm going to wake up tomorrow and be like, what the fuck happened? Was that a dream?
And I've always been honest up until just a moment ago.
See, I really thought this show was going to go with my worst case scenario was Bobby was in his office, but he was watching that little TV that's up in his corner, and like some hockey game was on. He was just like, yeah. And we were just asking the worst fucking questions.
Yeah, hockey season's not till like another like 2 months.
UFC's on Saturday night, so it was a good night.
So, well, Aaron and I are going to play a little game as soon as Ryan comes back. So since Ryan's gone, we'll take a quick.
I'm back.
Damn it. This guy.
I thought he wanted to take a piss or get
actually,
another
I'm going
shot.
I'll be right back.
Okay, cool. So, quick chat break, and then we're gonna play a fun game where we're gonna ask Ryan and Bobby questions, only like 3, and then we're going to try to guess their answer. And they're low ball questions, super easy. And chat, you can participate as well. But what's popping in the chat?
We got a couple things that I got started up over here. As soon as it loads, because my computer sucks. Headcanon, with Bobby doing a live stream just in the world of building of Action Force. The world of Action Force is so fascinating. I'll have answered that question for you. Headcanon, go check out Jim Largo. He has it on his channel. He is doing the lore of Action Force. I believe he's through series 1 right now. Jim, if you're still here, fill me in where you are. But check him out. He's doing some great stuff. But Bobby, if you want to more answer that question.
Yeah, I mean, I think that would be great. I have to find the time to do more stuff on the channel because. I think that my channel can overtake 3POA if I just put more content on it. So
it already has more subs than 3POA.
Yeah, no, it does, but it's I don't
have more.
The 1,000 viewers was on Valaverse, not 3POA.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
No, the 1,000 viewers was because I did the reveal on 3POA.
Yeah.
Of the ghillie suit, right?
Yeah.
That was Saturday night. Sunday was when we hit 1,000. That's when Tony had the 3 3/4 desert rat.
Oh,
he blew the reveal. Yeah.
Okay.
Was that not you guys? Because you guys had Michael and
Talker.
Yeah, Talker, and then Articulated Ninja as well, I believe, right?
We didn't hit 1,000. We were at like 600 or 700 when that.
Wasn't the 1,000 night.
Mm-mm.
Then I drink a lot. What do I know?
Yeah, you do.
we would have hit 1,000 if Talker wasn't on.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Also, Wilhelm did say Series 2 is coming soon for that lore for Action Force, so definitely check that out. Largo did mention that the next Infinite playlist is going to be on Monday, so make sure you guys check that out. It's going to be a good one. Can't wait.
Awesome.
K-Dog, I guess he had Geek That Life up on mute. The Kino figure from NECA. Any quick thoughts on that?
I mean, I collect that. That's my favorite, Turtles line is that NECA 90s Turtles, but it kind of sucks. It's like I don't sit there and wait and get online and try to buy it. It's like I always buy on the secondary market because I'm just too busy for that kind of stuff. So, I learned my lesson once with trying to buy online with NECA with that Super Shredder, but I was able to get everything I wanted to so far. I mean, I want to get the Kino because I feel like it's probably the last figure they're going to make from 1 and 2 combined. 3 doesn't exist to me, so I'm not looking forward to getting the movie 3 figure.
I bought it for the sake of saying that I have it. I hate the movie, but I did it.
But yeah,
I think eventually we'll get Vanilla Ice. I think they're just trying to work out a deal with him.
Vanilla Ice, and then what's his name? Master Tensu, is that his name?
I heard they can't find him.
Yeah,
they can't locate him.
They reached out. They reached out to him once, and his wife spoke for him, saying that he has no interest in having his likeness on any action figure ever. And then some weird report. The source is not probably legit, but there was another report that came out like a year ago saying that there's now an opportunity that it could happen. So I still don't think it's going to happen. That's going to probably be the one figure that should be made that we're never going to get.
Yeah.
Bobby, I got 2 Kinos, by the way.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, you gonna hook me up?
No.
Okay.
Well,
we can work out a trade maybe for some Swarm Horde or something. I don't know.
Did you get the Comic-Con one, like the deluxe one? Okay.
With the scooter. Yep.
Yeah. Now maybe we can wheel and deal now. All right.
Yeah.
LaserPants.com always comes through for me.
but yeah, I mean, I don't know. Kino was a good figure. I mean, it was an iconic piece for Turtles 2. But I know a lot of people were ripping on it. You know, could they've done it just a figure? I mean, the scooter, they're all kind of ripping that apart. Me, I'm missing Danny. I need Danny Pennington to finish my collection, but I'm sure I'll be able to grab it eventually.
See, I have Danny, and he's a total disappointment.
Yeah,
like because he's tiny.
Yeah, that's what I was telling him. I'm
really
like, it's a terrible figure. Like
because they tried to like cheapen out by using that John Connor body.
Yeah,
and it's like, hold on, man, hold on. Like you look at Danny, and he's almost as tall as Casey Jones.
Right.
Like the scene where they're carrying Splinter. Like, you know, you put Danny next to Casey Jones, he barely comes up to his shoulder. You know, it's a huge discrepancy.
I've seen people do
really sucks. You know?
I've seen people do part swapping with like a Marty McFly and made it look really good.
Ah, all right.
I haven't done that myself, but
I just needed to complete the collection. That's all it really is for me. It's not about. I'm probably not even going to open it. It's probably going to sit in the box on my wall. That's where all my movie Turtles are currently, and it's just going to sit there, and I'm just going to admire its beauty.
I opened mine for toy photography, and it got the job done. But once I had it open, I was like working it around. I was just like, ugh. You're going to go in the detail, I guess, but like I'm not happy about it. But it's fine, you know. I have a Danny, and Aaron doesn't, so there's that.
It happens. Fuck you.
My friend Alex, he probably asked me once every 2 weeks if he could buy my Spirit Splinter.
Oh yeah, I get that one
every
too.
2 weeks. I'm like, no, man, I'm not giving that up.
I stupidly passed on that.
Oh man,
he did too. I think a lot of people did. And I was like, I'll buy that shit.
No, when I saw it up, I had to get
able to buy.
I had to get that one. That was a no-brainer.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun. I wish that fire pit lit up better, because in the dark, like you can't fucking see shit. You really need to add lights to it. But you know, again, it's just something that I have that other people don't, and you know, it makes
Doesn't it sell for like 300, 400?
Yeah, it's like 400. I mean, it might be lower now, but yeah, no, it's
sell mine. Yes.
Alex.
I know. Hey, Bobby, when do we have to pay you again?
Well, I mean, because I still didn't get the Secret of the Ooze 4-pack of Turtles. You know, I know it's really not that much different, but I need that in the Ooze accessory set. So it's like those are the two things I'm like on the lookout for besides Kino. Everything else I have.
Let me pop up over here on my other computer real quick, Bobby. Anyway, there's some guy named Jeremy J here. Whatever. We're gonna move on to the next comment.
Yeah, I was like, did I pop that up by accident? Like it was just sitting there, and I was like, did I do that?
Scott Hughes also agrees with me. There's no public pooping. Like I will like none. Just so we know, there's no Waffle House bathrooms. Like it ain't happening. Sorry, bro.
Sometimes you can't, man. What if it like you got a little bellyache and you gotta go, man?
I will go to a gas station. I will buy a bag of chips. I'll eat the chips, and then I will use the bag, and I will shit in the bag.
Oh my god!
Okay,
and then give it to some kid on the street.
Why not get like a can of Pringles?
That's
a secondary idea.
Hard to aim into the can of Pringles. Like, what if it's a messy one? You know?
Oof.
Yeah. I mean, I know. Listen, I'm with you. I keep wet wipes in my truck all the time. You never know, man. You never know.
So I just want to put out there that Chad is satisfied now. He was sad we weren't talking about poop anymore, but it came back. So there you go.
Everything comes full circle, Chad. It's okay.
First full circle into the Pringles can, or not. What's left of the chat? Dear God.
Right. Yep. They all left now.
They all left.
They're like, nope, this is too much. Not Talk Goon. He says, He does his best to never use public bathrooms. Absolutely filthy. Whoever thought of that is Satan himself. I 100% agree. 100%. I bet you it's better to shit in hell than it is in any public bathroom.
I mean, there might be a nice hotel one with a lot of stalls. Like you have to have like a good convention center amount of stalls.
You think so, but at Joe Fest, they have a ton of stalls. They have a huge bathroom. Let me tell you something. By like noon on Saturday, that shit's a disaster.
Yeah.
Like that's why when I have to go, I just go to my room. You know, I'm not gonna mess around with going in the
hell no.
And in Seattle, public bathrooms, a lot of places remove the doors because the heroin addicts go in and shoot up. So they take the doors off. So if you got to take a dump in public in Seattle, you got no door.
No, hey, Seattle, why don't you just get rid of your heroin addicts and not solve it?
Wow.
Right.
Wow. That's an idea.
I bet you that'd be great. Ryan, you should go ahead and like become a public servant and just get that motion.
I mean, I could run with that one. Get rid of the heroin.
Doesn't your town have superheroes and shit? Like, isn't there a guy
Phoenix Jones? I think he got his ass beat. He got his ass beat and he retired or something like that.
All
right.
Well, Batman got his ass beat too once, you know.
Yeah.
That's whatever.
All right, so we're going to start these questions. The chat has one that I starred before we announced we're going to do it. So we'll start with a super easy one from the chat. Debatable across all realms.
It's not a debate.
Jordan or LeBron?
It's not a debate.
Jordan.
Listen, if someone says it's a debate, they could just go fuck off. It's not a debate.
So, all right, because I'm going to go with the consensus that we all agree on Jordan. But what outweighs the other? Is it Jordan's ability to have used the team that he had? He didn't outside of Rodman, and even then Rodman wasn't really a superstar at that time of his career.
Rodman's part of the NWO, okay?
Well, I mean, that's a whole different scenario. Like, if you look at Rodman's stats, he averaged 4 points a game. So he's not putting up points, but he's getting double-digit rebounds every game.
Yeah.
Or the attributes of LeBron and, his scoring titles and most rebounds and all the other, accomplishments that the man has. Which one outweighs the other? Because to me, it doesn't matter because it's still Michael Jordan.
It's everything Jordan did outweighs everything LeBron did. Okay, what's the one thing LeBron has? Oh, he's got the most points. Okay, he played longer. Right. There has to be an asterisk at some point. This is like, I'm a huge Peyton Manning fan, and I live in New England, so I deal with all the fucking stupid Brady fans.
Right?
Like, oh, Brady's so much better. No. Brady's only better because he played longer. Like, when Peyton retired, I think he was 37.
Yep.
Tom Brady played till he was like 44. So
he said he wants to still play.
So by the time Brady was 37, that's where you have to look at the amount of time they were in the league. So you'd say Peyton was in the league. I think he was in the league 16 years. When Brady was in the league 16 years, his numbers were nowhere near Peyton's. You have to look at the allotted time someone does it in. And if someone does it in more time, there should be an asterisk. So, yeah, LeBron did it. LeBron played longer. Jordan did it in such a small amount of time. Also, LeBron lost more in the finals than he won, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know how many times Jordan lost in the finals? None. Like, he's just so much better in every way. Like
now, do you discount LeBron's, what he's done to get those championships? He left Cleveland and built a super team in Miami. He came back and finally brought one home to Cleveland like he promised originally.
Yeah,
then
he should have just stayed. He should have, if he stayed in Cleveland, he won it eventually. Say he only won one, but he stayed in Cleveland, I would have way more respect for him.
I 100%.
So it's like he left, and it's not like he had a bad team. Like, he was going to the finals. So then it's like, oh, I just can't do it enough. I need help. So it's like, I'm gonna take my talents to South Beach. That was strike one for that dumb shit. Then it was like, let's not forget, one of the championships he won was a COVID championship. They should have not done any championships in shortened season, that sort of shit. Like, the year after the Rangers won the Stanley Cup, there was a lockout. Then the Devils came back, and there was a shortened season, and the Devils won. It's like they won, but they didn't play 82 games.
Right.
You know, so it's like LeBron, like in my hockey league, we won a COVID tournament to the point where like they gave us the trophy, but we didn't play in the finals because they closed down the rink or some shit like that. But they were like, oh, you know, you guys had the best record, some shit like that. I'm like, we didn't. That wasn't a championship. I don't want that. I want to win. So it's like LeBron got all excited because he won some quarter of a season trophy. What a loser! Like, you know, and it's like the dude. If you like breeze by him, he flails his arms like a little baby. He's like the biggest baby I've ever seen. And it's
now
like
they did
and moan, and he's such a baby.
Now they did pass that rule this year that goes in effect this season that they will call a it's a technical foul for non-sportsmanlike on what they consider flopping.
Yeah. Let's see if they actually call it on him. Let's see. You know. So to me, listen, LeBron isn't even second. I don't even know if he's third. Kobe is second. Kobe is 100% second. Kobe is way better than LeBron ever could be. I just don't understand. Like when people are like adamant that LeBron is better than Jordan, I'm like, are you living in Seattle doing heroin? Like you must be. You know, it's not even a discussion. Like not at all.
All right, so I got to ask this question then. I'm talking all ball. Oh, what happened?
That was you.
Can you hear me?
That wasn't me.
It was so epic that you like.
I know. Out of all areas of basketball, give me your starting five.
I don't know if I'm a big enough basketball fan to say my starting five. It would have to be Jordan. Steve Nash would be in there.
I knew Steve Nash.
Yeah, Steve Nash should definitely be in there. I mean, I don't know enough that like what positions guys play, but if I took like just five guys that I thought were good, I would probably take like Jordan, Nash, Shaq, Kobe, and Bird, I guess.
Fair enough. That works. Well, you wouldn't have a center, or you'd have a very small center.
Yeah.
Or did you say Shaq?
I said Shaq.
Okay, so yeah, that's your five.
Yeah, so that'd be my center.
Yeah,
I would love to put AI in there. AI was fantastic.
I like Retro Blasting's comment in the chat.
I'm trying to catch up here. I was behind.
Okay. He just said this is the longest discussion about the starting lineup misfire from Hasbro I have ever heard.
No, I mean that. Yeah, I don't even want to talk about that one. That angered me to begin with. Okay. Ted,
are we still in the chat? I don't know where we're at anymore.
Look, I will put a pin in this whole Jordan LeBron thing. Okay.
Weren't we supposed to play a game?
Space Jam 1 versus Space Jam 2.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's the greatest Space Jam ever. All right, so go ahead.
We're gonna ask both of you two very low ball questions, incredibly easy. But the fun part is Aaron and I are going to try to guess your answer. We were supposed to write them down, but then we got drunk. And so we're going to be honest here. And so chat, if you would like to participate in the game, and again, very easy, simple questions. And I think Bobby, we'll start with you because you're all fired up.
Fired up because I hate LeBron.
So I need you to give a pause before answering this, okay? Because we got to let the chat come in here. But you have to give up one. Is it hockey or is it UFC? Chat, attack. We're gonna let the chat attack. They're attacking. They're attacking. They're attacking. I know the answer to. It's fine. They're attacking.
Now watch, we're both wrong.
Yeah, they're not attacking at all. Bobby, one has to go. UFC or hockey? What is it?
I'm saying hockey.
It's UFC.
Yeah, I guess
really?
UFC.
Because I play hockey. Yeah, I'm on the ice 3 days a week, so it's like if I were like training jujitsu, it'd probably be a tougher choice. I mean, listen, I love UFC. There was a time where not anymore. I miss a lot of cards now because they're just shit. But there was a good 10 years where I never missed a card. To me, like, yeah, because I play and I look forward to playing, it's, you know, I couldn't get rid of hockey.
Fair enough.
I
want the opposite.
I guessed UFC, although it pains me because I'm not a hockey guy. So, and I have free pay-per-view. I love watching UFC now. It's like the greatest thing ever.
I need to get that, by the way.
Well, I watched the 3POA, so Bobby will remind me when something's fucking on. I'm like, oh, fuck, it's a UFC night? I didn't fucking know. Let's go. All right, Ryan.
I got to call out Michael for a second because he said hockey isn't useful in the collapse of civilization. Bullshit, man.
I don't know, man.
If I went after someone with one of my goalie sticks, you know, plus it's like I could probably wear my pads and probably give me, you know, a good buffer from zombie bites and shit like that. So,
yeah,
I mean,
Casey Jones, right? There's something there. There's a. All right, Ryan. Your question is also ignorantly easy, and you already know what the question is. So we're gonna give a pause and let the chat go. But you have the choice of spending 24 hours with your loose but complete co-host, Jeremy Jernigan, or Mikhail's mom. Which one are you choosing? Hold on. Let the chat be the chat. Chat. You 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm guessing. Aaron, you want to guess first?
It's Mikhail's mom.
It's Mikhail's mom. It's Mikhail's mom. Ryan?
All day.
24 hours. Who you got?
Yeah, it's Mikhail's mom, of course.
Perfect.
I mean, that's
Bobby. Do you get the reference?
No. Who's Mikhail's
So we did a stream on this channel a couple of weeks ago, and there was this troll in the chat. Like he wasn't a toy collector.
Oops.
He was like some angry Russian guy saying that, you know, you guys are you aren't men. You're in your basements collecting toys. And he said that Aaron wasn't invited to the black guy barbecue.
This guy might know something about it.
And so we just started roasting him. And
oh man, I was triggered.
Yeah. Part of it was talking about Mikhail's mom, and it was a lot of fun.
It was a good time. You guys can check that out from maybe 2 weeks ago, episode 30.1.
Yeah, it was the after
party. Man, that was a good time. We need to do that more.
We should.
We should do that more. All right. So here's a more legitimate one, and I'm really looking forward to the chat's response to this. I have 2 answers. I'm cheating. I have 2 answers from Ryan. I only have 1 answer from Bobby. However, I'm going to ask this. What is the most annoying question you are frequently asked? Bobby, do you want to start? My answer is queued up right here.
For the longest time, it was, are you going to do vehicles? But now, I don't know, I get a lot of dumb requests for stuff. I'll probably just say the vehicles one, just because I got it so often.
Aaron, what was your guess to Bobby's answer? You're muted again. Bruh. Do I need to give my guess? Are you still writing it? It's too late. We've already passed that.
No, my internet's like acting funny right now. My answer to Bobby would have been, can you tell me some new reveals that he already had mentioned?
My answer was, when are you going to create this completely obscure thing that only I care about? That was my guess.
You know what? Now that I think about it, there's one customer that I have. He orders at least once a month. Every time he orders, in the note section of his order, you know, so when you print out the packing slip, you could see like the notes. Some people ask me to sign stuff, which is fine. This guy has the audacity. He goes, "Can you put a free gift in here for me?" Without fail. and it got to the point where after like the 4th one, I think I put a paper clip in a Ziploc bag and with a Post-it that just said something free. And I just threw that in.
He probably has it on his wall. It's like in a shrine.
I would have that too.
I've given, you know, I'll see people, they'll write a really nice note. I'll throw something in there for them, or I'll do something. you never get something by like, hey, can I get a free gift? Like, perfect example. Me and Tony, when we heard everyone was lining up outside the door before Valicon opened, I said, Tony, come with me. I grabbed the stack of Covert Ops condors. So let's go, shake some hands and kiss some babies. And we went out there and I just started throwing condors to people in line. And one guy just went like this, like give me one, and I just passed them by. You don't if you beg for one, you don't get one.
That was me, by the way.
No, I do have a quick question about that since you brought it up. Will you be bringing any of the covert condors to PowerCon for point redemption, or those
100%?
Good, because I haven't done that. Man, it's in a box, and
yeah.
I gotta pull out a box.
I'm actually coming. I've been mulling over because I've been getting a few messages from people that are inbox collectors, and they're like, "Is there any other way I can get this?" And I've been thinking a lot about it, and the whole point of it was to do the promotion, the mail-in promotion. To give you that 80s nostalgia. However, when we were collecting the 80s and 90s, it's like we weren't collectors. We weren't keeping stuff in box, that sort of thing. So I get it when you try to do it nowadays, it doesn't correlate 100%. So I'm trying to figure out a way to offer this figure to inbox collectors, and whether that's offering it at a very high premium price to keep the integrity of the promotion alive. But I'm still kind of mulling that over, because we're still getting a shit ton of points and orders for Covert Ops Condor. So I'm not going to pull the plug on it now. It's super successful, but I do want to make sure that, everyone has an opportunity to get something. And, I respect that there are people out there that are inbox collectors. I don't agree with it. I think you should let this thing breathe, man. But I am working on that and trying to figure out a way to do it. What's the right thing to do. So we'll see.
I feel like I just got called out.
Man, I have follow-ups on that, but I'm putting that aside because we're having fun questions right now. So, Ryan, I have two answers for Ryan because I'm cheating again. Chat, if you would like to guess, I know some people already have. Ryan, what is the most annoying question that you frequently get asked?
Anything about the Valaverse.com website. When is X figure getting restocked? When is anything like that? Because I'm like, I don't know. I don't know, and I live on the other side of the country, so it's not like I'm there looking at stuff. Yeah.
Aaron, what was your guess?
Honestly, that's the one I didn't have one for.
Okay, cool. I have two. I have one for each of us. So the most annoying question Ryan gets asked, my first guess was this one. My second guess was, where's Bobby?
What?
The most annoying question he gets asked. Hey, Ryan, where's Bobby? Fucking no.
I don't think I've ever been asked that.
You've never been asked where's Bobby?
No.
I don't believe that.
Okay.
Junkion did ask about what do you use on your beard. Now, I did ask you about your hair.
I get that a lot too.
We learned it's was it
salt water?
Salt water.
Yeah. Haven't tried it still. Yeah, maybe I should, but
I mean, you could probably skip it.
So I have one more legitimate question, and then if there's anything left in the chat, and we're pushing 2 hours, so I want to wrap it up because I want to respect Ryan and Bobby's time. So I guess I will ask both of you this separately here. Same question. Ryan, what is or who is your biggest competition? This could be YouTube, personal life, whatever. This does not have any sort of boundary. What is your biggest competition?
My biggest competition? I don't know. My competition for what?
It's just anything. What YouTube, personal life?
A YouTuber that who else goes live on Saturday a lot?
I don't know. I only watch you.
No one that
Well,
That's
nobody
the most
else
complete
dares.
answer I've ever heard. I just watch you, Ryan.
Who goes live on Wednesday?
Listen, Ryan,
A lot of
anytime
people.
someone went live on a Saturday where we were on, they got destroyed.
I mean, there was a show that used to go live on Saturday, and they switched. I don't know if that's because of us, but it
Sure it was.
might be.
The chat's saying Gavin.
Okay, yeah, Gavin taking my figures. I mean, who
Or
goes live
Mikhail's
on
mom.
Wednesday? I'm trying to.
I know who goes live Wednesday. So Unboxing Art goes, but he's a pre-show to you. And I don't know, there's some toy photography stuff. I don't know, there's a lot of little things, all of which I try to get out and watch and support as much as possible.
My biggest competition
watch.
is Tony Roberts.
Fair enough.
We both competing for the spotlight. I'm winning, obviously.
All right, Bobby, do you have an answer to that? What is your biggest competition? Whether that's Toy World, YouTube, what the fuck ever, personal life, the next door neighbor, Moses
Yourself.
Lawn Better.
It's probably my website.
Man, that's an answer we should have guessed. God damn it.
Oh, wait. What did you guess for me?
No, I didn't guess anything. I didn't guess anything for this one, but I
Oh.
should have. For
Did you guess, Aaron?
No. No.
We did not guess for this one because I thought it would be
Jeremy J is your biggest.
for this one. I thought it was a serious question, and I thought you guys were going to provide like deep, heartfelt answers, but I was wrong, and I've learned from that now. So
I don't know. My biggest competition is with myself and sometimes finding the motivation to do stuff. There. That's deep.
That's a whole other thing I want to tackle too, but we don't have time for that tonight.
I like Retro Blasting's answer for Bobby. Bobby's greatest challenge is trying to avoid accidentally stomping on the competition.
Thank you, Michael. I mean, I tried really hard to do it, so it wouldn't be an accident.
No, I know I did it on purpose. I know I did it. I actually bought the good boot too.
I would say time is probably my biggest competition. Like, I just not enough time to do anything. My to-do list is, so long, and it just grows longer and longer, and I never get to things. So it's like, I'm always competing with time. It's like 4:00 rolls around each day. I'm like, shit, man, I got to leave in like 45 minutes. It's like, damn, I got to like go home and like to my kids and my wife and have dinner and stuff. I'm like, otherwise like if I were single, I would just be at the office 24 hours. I'd probably just sleep here and wake up and,
Yes, very relatable. I wanted to put up Swift's here real quick.
Thank you.
He says the 3POA has no competition on Saturday night because he started watching you guys over the UFC, and boy, that is something, because some of them UFC fights lately have been real good.
Listen, that means a lot to me. That's huge, because even Bobby and Tony didn't stop watching UFC fights.
Yeah, we have it on. Like, you can see me and Tony like watching.
It's like, hey guys, look at this new toy, and they're like, uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh, that one where Tony was here. Yeah, Tony was here, and we're sitting here together doing a stream, and UFC was on. And I'm watching Tony watch, and then I'm watching, and we're trying to like pay attention to that.
I'd be like, I'd say something and then pause, and you guys would be like,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
That's how I am with Ted on every stream.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah, well, yeah. Sometimes you're watching other people's streams while we're on, dude.
Well, yeah. I gotta be in the community. I gotta support.
He's like, "Hey guys, what's up? Like, aren't you supposed to be doing a fucking show, bro?"
Yeah, man.
So I wanna take a brief pause for the chat just to give them a shout out. There's a lot of people in here, 116 now by my count. I appreciate all of you. Retro Blasting is here, which is awesome. Appreciate that. I don't know which I would prefer, the fart sounds or So thank you, Michael, for being here with us, along with all the other 114 people. Thank you all. So I'm going to ask Aaron too, and then I'll give an answer. We'll hit these 2-star chats, and then we'll call it a night. But Aaron, who is your biggest competition?
I think we all know that answer. Anybody that's
if you don't,
anybody that's not us. I mean, I've said it enough that store that's big and bad, and that other store that's just a tad bit nerdy. But the goal, the mission, always and will always be that Hello Dope Toys will become the name that you will remember. It'll be the name that you will go to, and I will die on this throne to make it a dream a reality.
I dig that, and I'm gonna give a more generic answer. So when you're looking at fighting your own weight class, and then also trying to work up a little bit, I think that's what we've been doing since day one. We were fighting way out of our weight class, and then trying to work up to a standpoint which I think we're at now. So yeah, the next like boss battle is stores the size of Nerdzoic. And again, love Nerdzoic. You're welcome to shop there. I'm not going to be offended about it, but maybe go check us out too. Just saying. And then from a YouTube standpoint, we planted our flag on Geek Dad Life's night during his time. We said 9 p.m. and that's when Geek Dad Life goes on. I did a very bad job researching our time slot.
Sure did.
And boy, does that give us a whooping. But I would like to think that a lot of that viewership is long-term loyalty. And I'm sitting here just thinking, okay, cool. What are you doing? And what do we got to do to take a little bit of that away? Again, no offense to Geek Dad Life. Go watch Geek Dad Life. It's a great channel. I'm a subscriber too. It's fine. I'm not like Ryan down here trying to start a turf war every freaking week,
I'm not. I was looking at their views because I'm not real familiar with this channel, Geek Dad Life, but
oh, interesting.
It's like their biggest video was when Michael was on.
Well, they draw about 400 to 600, I think, every Sunday night, I believe. They're very on par with what you guys bring in.
You should have picked a different night.
We should have picked a different night. But you know what? Here we are. We planted our freaking flag.
That's right.
Aaron, is there anything significant in the chat that we want to follow up with before we release our guests?
Just a couple things for Bobby that I started from the guest. One is from Greg. He was wondering, whenever it loads, because my computer fucking sucks. Bobby obviously don't have an answer to this, but say it's 5 years from now, Action Force still going strong. What are 2 bodies or uniform types you are most happy to add to the line post S3?
It's tough with uniforms because, like, military BDUs are pretty generic. Back in the day, we had regular just BDUs, and then they got the Frogman shirts now, and that's kind of the standard for like military uniforms. There's a figure that I came up with today that I can't wait to work on, that is probably going to be part of Series 6 because I love the idea so much. So it's like I can't reveal it or say what it is, but it's like I thought of it today and I was like, holy shit, that's going to be an awesome figure. Yeah, it'd be tough to say. Like, I mean, I have ideas for things, but I'll just wait and let you guys see how it all kind of evolves.
I like a little teaser before I have my breakfast in the morning.
Bobby likes to tease us just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Listen, man, you can't just jump right to it. You got to have the foreplay. Come on.
That's right.
I know, man. Sometimes I just want to get you got to get straight to work so I can get my nap.
Listen, there are times where I'm like, I got shit to do. Like, yeah. But if you got the time, man, you got the time.
Sometimes you can't wait in the poop line and you have to go straight to the hotel room.
Other than that, I mean, not Top Goon is trying to get Bobby to join our Discord.
Yeah.
Bobby,
Right.
I don't even know what Discord is. Dude, people are like, you should get on TikTok. I'm like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, it's hard enough managing 2 social medias, or I shit on my YouTube, but it's just like I gotta manage, YouTube and or Facebook and Instagram. It's like people are like, oh, TikTok. I'm like, isn't that just people dancing? I don't know what that is.
It used to be.
I don't know what Discord is. I don't know what Reddit is. Like, I'm so like just out of the loop with that kind of shit.
You're too busy anyway,
busy,
and it's we're not mad about it.
Like, would you rather me design new cool shit or get on Discord? Like,
Well, hold on, wait a minute, let me think about that, because maybe if you joined the Discord and you put a little extra sneak peek that you wouldn't show all the normal people, maybe get the best of both worlds.
Is that everything for the chat?
Yes, sir. I mean, luckily we don't have super chat, so we wouldn't be here all night.
So, Ryan, this is going to come off as a really stupid question, but is there anything you would like to promote?
No.
Okay.
Perfect.
Are you going live on Wednesday?
Yeah, actually we are. Wednesday's going to be a show. I haven't talked to Jeremy, but we got to figure out some sort of topic. So Wednesday, 6 o'clock Pacific time, 9 o'clock Eastern time. Loose but complete on the 3POA YouTube channel. It's like the B show. It's like the.
But Sam Newsman is there, so that's good.
Watch it if you want, I guess. It's okay. I'm there. I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I'm there for Sam Newsman.
Yeah, we tuned in for Sam Newsman.
I was waiting for Sammy to say something. I don't think he's here anymore.
So. Bobby, stupid question. Is there anything you would like to promote?
No.
Stay tuned. That's his promotion. Stay tuned.
These motherfuckers.
See him at PowerCon.
Yes, ask for a button.
Ask for a button.
Buttons. I got 100 of them.
Ask him about a vehicle that's already been announced. You know the drill.
Where's my warpathy clip? No, I'm sorry.
Vehicles has now been replaced with mech suits. When are you going to do mech suits?
When are you going to do mech suits?
I don't know,
when
man.
Are you do mech suits, dude?
When I get the Exo Squad license.
Wait, doesn't Hasbro have that?
No.
Who has Exo Squad?
Exo Squad was Playmates. Well, they did the toys, but there's a guy that owns the IP. He said he's been trying to reboot it. I've talked to him several times. And they're still trying to get some reboot off the ground. I'm like, dude, just give me that shit and I'll make something awesome. Let me make toys while you guys are fiddling with your dicks over there.
Bobby with the teasing again, man.
K-Dog, I just want to toss this up real quick. We only need 170 more. 170.
Nice.
Aaron, is there anything you would like to promote?
I mean, there probably is, but buy toys. Buy more toys. PowerCon will be at the booth. Hopefully, we will have some merch. We're working. I got some shirts in the works. I think hats may be coming in enough time to have that ready. The typical things that we always talk about. All hella dope toys.
Yeah, so catch us at PowerCon in a few weeks, and I want to give special thanks to Ryan and Bobby for taking times out of their busy schedules and once again putting us on the map. 109 people in here right now, but that was much higher a couple minutes ago. Just a testament to what you guys continue to do for us, and you don't even fucking have to, and that's what we appreciate the most.
Still waiting for my check.
It's in the mail. I just put it in the mail today, along with a couple packages I had to send out. You just can't cash it for like 3 weeks.
It's a seed to plant so your tree can grow. But we appreciate both of you guys being here and chat. Anything that we didn't get to, I'm so sorry. We saw it all. We love you all. So many people here. Forever thankful. And catch them not this Saturday, but next Saturday, and tune into Loose But Complete on Wednesday. And that's it, guys. Love you all. Thanks for tuning in.